Secrets hidden in plain sight. Powers that move the world in the shadows. Questions no one dares to answer. Step beyond the Matrix. Subscribe.
And away we go. So it's another day and another UFO researcher who unalives himself. And this one might be the biggest one yet. Now, this is David Wilcock. He is a major figure in the UFO research space, and they said that he unalives himself shortly after the police arrived at his home, which is very odd, only because of one, he goes on a podcast a couple days ago speaking about all the missing and or dead scientists, and two, he goes to say that he loves life and every day is a gift.
Every day that I have on Earth is a gift and a blessing, and I'm very grateful for that. People are disappearing. Scientists are going missing.
I mean, it's a little odd to me, a person with psychiatric background who helped with mental health and also worked for a suicide hotline would do this to himself. Now, if that's not weird to you, then maybe this is, because he wrote a book with Winfrey, who is his co-author, who is also dead. Wait, hold on. So you mean to tell me just 6 days before Winfrey dies and then David dies and they wrote a book about interdimensional communication, and this disclosure that they're talking about is interdimensional beings? Interesting. But it gets even weirder. You guys, just 3 days before David dies, this happens. An aerospace defense engineer and military veteran dies in a plane crash with his family. This was James Moffat, a decorated pilot, aerospace engineer, and get this, former NASA-linked researcher who went down in a plane crash with his wife and his 2 sons. And mind you, one of the sons that was in the plane with him was an up-and-coming researcher himself, so if they had vital information, they just decided to just take out the entire bloodline. Now you can add this to the long list of missing or deceased of researchers and scientists like Nuno Loureiro. You have General McCaslin, Monica Reza, Carl Grillmeyer, and Amy Eskridge, who has a very, very interesting situation. Now she was based in Huntsville, Alabama, which is known as Rocket City, and she was an anti-gravity researcher. But in 2022, she was found, you guessed it, unalive with a gunshot wound to the head. But here's the thing. She said herself, oh, by the way, if you see any report that I unalived myself, I most definitely did not. If you see any report that I overdosed myself, I most definitely did not. If you see any report that I unalived anyone else, I most definitely did not. So you mean to tell me that these people said they won't unalive themselves and they actually unalive themselves? Could they be controlled? Well, there is a voice-to-skull technology and electronic harassment mechanism. What? I mean, why does the US Army own a patent where they can take microwave pulses and beam frequencies in audio into your head? Just saying. Now, the microwave auditory effect, or the Frey effect, was actually developed by neuroscientist Alan Frey, which consists of the human perception of sounds induced by pulse or modulated radio frequencies. But that's just a coincidence, right? Right? And it's kind of weird that Amy actually had these text messages leaked out saying that she's getting hit repeatedly by military-grade sci-fi weapons, aka direct energy weapons. So there's that. And if all that wasn't weird enough for you guys, David actually died at the age of 53 on April 20th, which is exactly 53 days from this movie's release called Disclosure Day, which is about UFO disclosure. Got it. You guys, I'm doing a bigger breakdown on all this. It's a lot more to unpack, so make sure you guys go to my YouTube, The Maverick Approach, and let me know what you guys think down below.
Y'all, they say that David Wilcock, the man from Ancient Aliens, passed away, man. And this right here hit me because I used to watch this man all the time. Every Sunday, he would go live and do his weekly show. But something's not adding up. I've been noticing like this David Wilcock that I haven't seen recently looks very different from the Ancient Aliens David Wilcock. Now, it's not too much of a difference, but if you look closely, you can clearly see that there is a difference between those two. Look at the bridge of the eyebrows right over here. The eyes are different. The nose, like you see how this one's flatter and wider and this one's more pointier and longer? Look at this. The mouths are different. His teeth is out. Look at this. You know what I'm saying? If you listen to Ancient Aliens David Wilcock, there's not a lot of pausing and ums in his life. But this David Wilcock over here, there's a lot of pausing, there's a lot of ums, and a lot of uncertainties in his life. Now, y'all know how I do with the breakdowns, right? How I do with the numbers and then the wordplay, okay? So, something's not adding up. Let's pay attention. First of all, David Wilcock allegedly took his life on a Monday, moon day. And the person who confirmed this was Anna Paulina Luna. Luna, like the moon. That's another name for the moon is Luna. Moon day, Luna. David Wilcock was 53 years old. 5 plus 3 gives you 8. What day did David Wilcock commit suicide? April 20th. 4/20, which is right. 4 times 2 is 8. 5 plus 3 is 8. Alright, now let's continue. Wilcock concluded his 3.5-hour stream by expressing his gratitude for his viewers and acknowledging his appreciation for them. 3.5, that's 3.5. 3.5 right over here, which 3.5 gives you 8 again. Now, the reason why that's relevant is because when you take an 8 and you split it down in half, you get 2 3s, right? 33. Okay, let's continue. Remember that. Now, y'all, they got the call at 10:44 a.m. on Monday, all right? 4 plus 4 plus 1 gives you 9, all right? Located near the 1400 block. Huh? The 1 and the 4 again. The 1 and the 4 again. And I be telling y'all, I don't play when it comes to the numbers because men lie, women lie, number don't, and then I use Chaldean, which is the most accurate form of numerology that there is. So now tell me, why does the name David Wilcock give you 41 in the most ancient form of numerology that there is? Look at all these 4s, look at all these 1s. What's going on, y'all? Now, I'm not saying that this is a psyop, y'all, but the numbers are adding up, right? David Wilcock's favorite number was 333. His YouTube showed this, right? David Wilcock 333. 510 subscribers. 5 plus 1 gives you 6. 216 videos. 2 plus 1 plus 6 gives you 9. So you have the 3, the 6, and the 9. 3, 6, 9. And when you get an 8, you split it, you get 2 3s, 33. This right here is symbolism. He's paying his allegiance right over here. Listen, I don't know what they did with David Wilcock, but something's fishy here. The numbers are adding up, and I'm showing y'all right here. But this right here shows that something big and major is here to come. And the reason why that is because David Wilcock is the reincarnated Edgar Cayce. And Edgar Cayce was talking about the rise of Atlantis. And we are about to rise again because this is exactly what David Wilcock was talking about. But let me know what you guys think about this video, man. The shift is here. It's all in the numbers. Let's continue to get it. Peace.
One of the things that I learned from whistleblowers from the cabal itself is that they have to work within something they call the rules. And this is very, very important. The rules are a body of spiritual principles that they must follow in order to be allowed to exist. Now, what do I mean by allowed to exist? I mean that they are aware that there are benevolent forces that will prevent them from achieving their goals unless we give them permission to enslave us. Ultimately, the universe is intelligent, alive, and conscious, and it is benevolent. It is a benevolent consciousness. That consciousness does not allow the negative to succeed unless it is invited. So the cabal has made a science, a very elaborate science, out of studying these arcane, occult, magical principles that allow them to get away with what they do. So they have to put out everything that tells you who they are in music videos, in these Super Bowl halftime shows, the Grammy Awards ceremonies. They're out there showing you the truth. This is what people are going to have so much trouble with once disclosure happens, is that these people actually practice black magic, and they are very, very good at it.
Please tell me I'm not the only one that felt like 2020 really ended something. When I look at people, they don't look the same. When I talk to people, the conversations are not the same. Not to mention all the people we lost. Like I said, am I the only one that feel like there's a black cloud over top of our heads? I hope not. This video is about to get a little dark and a little deep. Stay with me. The pandemic, the pandemic took place in 2020. Were you using your 2020 vision to see the truth? Everything was a test. Did you fail or did you pass? If you took these shots or know someone that took these shots, you are now the property of these biotech companies. You know how people got animals and they brand them? Well, that was the brand. If you took it, that means these companies really own your DNA rights. Yes, they can rewrite your DNA. What took place was the end of the world, but it wasn't really the end of the world. It was just a reset. All you have to do is pay attention. We have 7 days of the week, then it's a reset. 12 months of the year, there's a reset. Look at the clock. Every time it reaches 12, it resets. The people that control this world understand this, and they know we reset as well. But if you didn't have your 2020 vision, you fell for the trap. I mean, this is a trap that you can't even escape. Not this time. Let's go a little deeper. The year 2020, what happened spiritually? In 2020, it marked the 200-year cycle in earth signs and shift to air signs. the age of Aquarius, which is an air sign. They told us to wear our masks because we can catch this virus through the air. It was all a hoax. It was a lie. It was a joke. It was a scam. They knew that we was going into the age of spirituality. Spirit is the breath of life. They gave people to cut them off from spirituality. They said it was a respiratory illness, right? All you had to do is look at the word respiratory. You get spirit, story. Our spirit live in our lungs. Respiratory is just spirit, story. Do over, spirit, story. It's telling the story of our spirit all over again. So when they attack your respiratory, they attack our spirit.
Another UFO researcher apparently committed suicide yesterday. This would be number 12 of the UFO researchers and scientists that have either died or gone missing. Name is David Wilcock. He's 53. He's a famous UFO researcher and New York Times bestselling author. And 2 days ago, one day before his suicide, he decided to do a live on why Trump posted himself as Christ, asking, has he lost his mind? Is he the Antichrist? And he also said this.
Every day that I have on earth is a gift and a blessing, and I'm very grateful for that because, frankly, people are disappearing. Scientists are going missing. Now they're saying they're going to investigate this. The president himself is saying they're going to look into this and see if anything's going on. It's a little bit scary.
And he's also tweeted this, I plan on living, not suicidal at all, just concerned about what happens when you prove God is real. David didn't just talk about aliens, he talked about the cabal, Illuminati, and Satan. Mainstream media is saying that they're still not sure if he's dead yet, saying that the family has not yet confirmed this. But apparently people in our government do have this information confirmed. Something very weird is going on, and to me it's pretty obvious these guys are getting whacked, and the question is why? As always, I want to hear what you think about all of this down below.
When you're walking with God, Yahuwah, Yahweh, anxiety doesn't rule you. Delay doesn't stop you. Opposition, it doesn't define you. In the upcoming days, the Most High is going to shake the world, brothers and sisters. For all the believers, for the ones who's awake, the chosen ones. Stand tall, do not live in fear. You see, these elites, shapeshifters, reptilians, their time is coming to an end. What's about to happen is not the end of the world. It's a big reset. But in order for that to happen, some things are going to have to shake. See, God's people, the chosen people, Yahuwah's people, we have time. We have all the time in the world because the kingdom of God is within us. But we still must prepare. We still must take action. For the ones who still believe Earth is round, AM and PM, it's Democrat versus Republican. For the ones who still believe everything's still physical, nothing's spiritual, you don't have time. And for the ones who just watched my video and don't take the time to understand what I'm saying, but too busy judging me, God is speaking to some of you, but you're not listening because you're still stuck in the matrix. Open your eyes, brothers and sisters. Expand your mind. Be still and know God.
These are 5 revolutionaries you absolutely need to know about. Let's go. The first revolutionary we're starting with is Assata Shakur, Tupac's godmother. Her story is crazy. Check this out.
The whole liberation of oppressed people in the United States had to do not with climbing up some ladder to success, not for asking to be just like Rockefeller or just like DuPont or just like Ford, because that would only continue the oppression and exploitation of oppressed people in the United States.
The second revolutionary we're talking about is Harriet Tubman. She freed hundreds of slaves and she was fearless. She had no fear when it came to saving her people, even if it meant having to take out the ones who were full of fear and scared to be free. Check this out.
Because I can't swim. Me neither. Robert, Canopy, Isaac, help Miss Lucy. Junior, help Jane.
This fool trying to drown us. He done gone full crazy. We got an old woman and a baby with us. We ain't going in that river. Come on, y'all.
I say we are. Now you be free or die.
Fidel Castro. Everything he was saying is super relevant today. He's seen the corruption in America. Check this out.
Cambiando la tierra. Están haciendo cada vez más difícil la vida en nuestro planeta. ¿Es que el capitalismo acaso le ha dado al mundo un modelo de vida, un modelo de sociedad? ¿No debiéramos pensar en las cosas más racionales? como sería la educación de toda la población, la alimentación, la salud, una vivienda decorosa, una cultura elevada. ¿Acaso el capitalismo nos ha, con sus leyes ciegas, su egoísmo como principio, nos ha dado a nosotros un modelo, nos ha enseñado un camino? ¿O el camino de la humanidad va a ser el camino trazado por el capitalismo hasta ahora? ¿Se puede hablar de crisis del socialismo, pero hay una crisis mayor del capitalismo?
Muammar Gaddafi, free energy, free healthcare, free housing. He also spoke about the corruption in America. Check this out.
في العنزه بتاعت الخنازير ان شاء الله تجي كمان في العنزه بتاعت الاسماك في المستقبل. على اي حال ان المصانع تشتغل بتاعت المخابرات. هذه اذا كانت هي تباع بثمن غالي معناها تجاره يصنعوا فيروس وينشروه في العالم باش الشركات الراسماليه تحصل اموال ببيع الاموال. عيب، هذا حرام عليكم. الامصال لا تباع، الدواء لا يباع.
Last but not least, the one and only Bob Marley. Bob Marley was so ahead of his time spiritually. He told us already, emancipate yourself from mental slavery. I hope you guys get that. Check this out.
Every law is illegal.
Every law is illegal.
Every government upon the face of this earth today is illegal.
Emancipate yourself from mental slavery. None but ourselves can free our minds.
You should be extremely familiar with these 5 revolutionaries. You guys should be teaching your kids about them and really just learning about how they thought and what they were doing to really get freedom. We need everything they did back then right now. Like, comment, share, subscribe for more content like this.
Is this why they murdered David Wilcock? I mean, why he committed suicide?
The DS is very, very adamantly fighting to prevent you from learning about extraterrestrials. That's the last thing they want you to know about. They want you to be afraid. They want you to see them as gods, to see them as authority figures. The last thing they want is for you to understand there's a higher power that answers Christianity, answers Islam, answers Buddhism, answers Hinduism. It pays off all of these ancient teachings that we've inherited that often become religions.
The deep state doesn't want you to know the truth about extraterrestrials and aliens, but the President of the United States in February said that he's directing all agencies to release all of those related files, and then all of these UFO researchers and scientists end up. You have to wonder if the information you're going to be getting is not all of it. Kind of like some other files. Now, no one's really around to tell you otherwise. As always, let me know what you think about all of this down below.
What if race was never about indifference, but about division? You see, they changed their name, they changed their land, and then they changed their color. This situation happened last week, and this happened this weekend, and they're all connected. Let me explain. You see, the world taught you color. Society, social media, your parents, family, religion, they taught you color. But Yahuwah, the Most High, He made nations. You see, we're created in the image of God. Most of you think when you hear the word image, you think it's physical. Image has nothing to do with looks. To you it does, but to the Most High, image is about spirit. You carry the presence of God within you. The image of God is within you, not the body, the spirit. You all remember this situation right here, right? This sister lost her life. She was found dead. And we all know he has something to do with it. But at the same time, a lot of people got upset thinking that it was a white man. Racism this, racism that. Brothers and sisters, he's a shapeshifter. And now this weekend, this guy killed 8 of his children. 8 of his own. And I already know some people want to say it's black crime, black on black crime. Brothers and sisters, it's always about color to you. You guys think he was human? No. That's a reptilian in a human body. You see, in my past life, when I was with the world, everything was about race. And then when I became one with Yahuwah, God, when I entered the kingdom of God, I understood something. Race, it wasn't created to describe you. It was created to manage you. Before they gave you color, they took your identity. You see, you weren't created black or white. You were assigned to it.
Millions of people go to church every week thinking they're worshiping God. But what if I told you the so-called God they're worshiping isn't the creator at all, but a fallen Anunnaki named Enlil, who hijacked the world's religions to control humanity? In ancient Sumerian texts, some of the oldest texts known to mankind, the gods were called the Anunnaki, advanced beings from the stars who came to Earth. Among them was Enlil, the commander of Earth operations and ruler of the skies. But Enlil wasn't a benevolent god. He was known for being harsh, judgmental, authoritarian. He despised humanity. He saw humans as noisy, impure, and wanted to wipe humans out multiple times, including during the Great Flood. But Enki, his brother, loved humanity. Enki helped create humans. He taught human science, healing, and spiritual knowledge. But Enlil, he wanted control. He pushed for humanity to be obedient, ignorant, and ruled by fear. When Enki tried to free humans with wisdom, Enlil responded with wrath. He became the prototype for the angry, jealous God we now see in religions. After the Anunnaki left the public eye, Enlil rebranded himself as God in monotheistic religions. In the Bible, the God who commands mass killings, plagues, and blind obedience is Enlil. He became the Lord people feared, not loved.
There are people that believe that CERN opened up multiple portals, and this is the reason why they're seeing things that they've never seen before. And I know this sounds crazy, but hear me out. It's a man saying that a tree in his front yard just appeared out of nowhere. But the crazy thing about this tree, it's identical to the tree that's next to it. Mind you, this man is saying that every day since he spotted this new tree, the tree is moving closer to his house. Oh, y'all don't believe me, right? Look at this shit.
Alright,
listen to this guy.
Fucking fishy around here and I don't like it. This tree, I know. I know this tree well. This fucking thing, that thing is not real. That's not a real fucking tree. It's not in any of my childhood photos, and it doesn't even show up on Google Maps. On top of that, I feel like it's been getting closer to me. I fucking went out there the other night and measured it 377 feet away from me. I measured it this morning. 345 feet away from me, and the motherfucker's getting closer.
Now, you know what I always say, the simulation is simulating. But this isn't the only person that's going on with. I jumped down a rabbit hole, and there are multiple people saying that these kind of situations are happening. People are seeing doppelgangers. People are seeing items in their house that they know they only had one of, now they have multiple. Mind you, I jumped deeper down a rabbit hole, and there is somebody saying that everything that this man is saying is true. What's really going on? I'm out.
People are praying and wishing and hoping that things are going to change when it's us that's only going to save us. Check this out.
What the fuck do you mean we need to seek God? What does that mean? Nigga, hide and seek is for kids. I'm not about to play no fucking games, nigga. That shit fucking childish. Grow the fuck up. Talk about God gonna come, Jesus gonna come, and he gonna save the day. No, we gonna save the day. We just don't know it yet. We just haven't gave ourselves the responsibility to yet. Because we keep putting it in some other nigga hands.
I really need you guys to understand this picture. No one is coming to save us but us. We are the ones we've been waiting for. Together we rise. Together we heal. Together we build the future. This is what we have to do, people. Create the world that we want. Legal and illegal is just a fucking way to keep you in the slave mentality. Everything that we're supposed to do is considered illegal. Morally, we know that we cannot continue going down this road if we want a good future for our children, for us. If we want to continue to be slaves and have low energy all around us, then we'll just keep going down this road. But if we give a fuck about the animals, the planet, ourselves, the future, the moment, that we have to stand up and do something now. Nothing is coming to save us.
He might be right.
No way. He's having a good time, guys. Shh. Shut up!
Charleston White just said that he knows it's him. This is what he said. I don't believe it because Palm Beach Pete is Palm Beach Pete. But Charleston White just said that he knows that it's him. Palm Beach Pete or Tampa Bay Pete? Shh. Shut up! That's what Charleston just said, bro. And I think he's right. He said that they're playing with us. Like right in plain sight, bro. Something's going on here, guys. I mean, come on, man. He's having a good time. You think he's worried about what people are saying about him? Shh. Shut up! It's not a game out here, guys. I mean, you see the hand sign in the background, right? Shh. Shut up! It's not a game out here. Why are you smiling so hard, Pete? Ha! Why are you smiling so hard? This is not funny, bro. People think you're somebody that you're not. I was just playing about, guys. Entertainment purposes only. Palm Beach Pete is having a time of his life. Just let this man enjoy his life, bro. He's not doing nothing to nobody. I don't know, guys. Let me know what you think about this one. I'm out.
The ancestors lived through us. Yeah. They're in our DNA. That means millions of years of information is inside of you. So we talk about like people trying to access the Akashic Records. The Akashic Records isn't someplace like Washington, D.C., you know, or something like that. The Akashic Records is here. And when you develop enough personal power and your consciousness raised to a level, then you have access to all of that information that's literally thousands and hundreds of thousands of years old. So we have access to that. That's why meditation is so important. Why don't they teach meditation in school? Because they don't want you getting in touch with no ancestors. They don't want you getting in touch with information that they don't know.
Yeah, this one right here, it don't sit right. There's actual video proof of her saying things before she ultimately died. This scientist, who was working on anti-gravity research, said that she felt like her life was in danger. And her name was Amy Askridge. She worked around advanced aerospace concepts, some shit that people don't hear on a regular. Have you heard about that? I never heard about it, but it sounds like some crazy shit. She had videos, she had interviews, and she talked about her being threatened. And she also talked about if something ever happened to her, it wasn't by her. It wasn't by choice. She wouldn't do it to herself. She wouldn't do nothing that would jeopardize her or her freedom. And then weeks later, she's found dead. The authorities already ruled this a suicide. But I'm just like, she told us she wasn't suicidal. Why does it always end in suicide? Now you got people going back watching her videos. And there was one video she talked about a man that used to sit outside her home. And one day, her and her husband or her boyfriend went to go take pictures of the license plates. And the man ended up switching them. And he said he got more where that came from. The shit is crazy. Go watch it. But with that being said, it makes you question everything. What's real, what's not. And how do y'all feel about this?
So now that's one. We couldn't have came from the monkey because we never had the monkey blood. For two, white people have 4% Neanderthal DNA and they're only 96% human being. Black people are 100% human being. We have no Neanderthal DNA. The Neanderthal DNA comes from the monkey and the canine. So we don't have any DNA tracing us back to monkey and canine. How could we have evolved from that? We know that all life comes from it and is sustained by that sun. Now, why is this important? Why is this important? Because whether you want to call it Ra, the sun, they create another word for tomorrow. Guess what melanin is? Condensed sunlight. So everything created by the sun has melanin in it. Water even has melanin in it. Trees have melanin in it. Oxygen has melanin in it. Why is it important? Because the Caucasian is void of the melanin that we possess. We possess uromelanin and neuromelanin. And why is neuromelanin important? Because it has nerves. That's why it's called neuromelanin. And these nerves actually connect your thoughts to the creator. The Caucasian does not have neuromelanin because he's not a natural part of creation, and the creator does not share a communicative medium with him. So how the hell did we evolve from something that the creator has no contact with? 85% of Caucasians have calcified pineal glands. The soul enters the body through the pineal gland. This is why babies have a soft spot on your head.
You'll stay in the job that you pick for the rest of your life.
The same job for the rest of your life? I didn't know that.
What's the difference?
So you'll just work us to death?
We'll sure try.
Larry, what do you think the meaning of life is?
Work. It's important to be useful. Look at me. I got it all figured out. I get up, I shower, I come to work, I work all day, I go home, I go to sleep. I get up, I shower, I come to work, I work all day, I go home, I go to sleep. I get up, I shower, I come to work.